For I am torn of two worlds, and neither shall set me free. In the year of our Lord 923, I set down these words in the scriptorium of Cymru. I fear I'm damned for eternity for what I'm about to write. Yet to leave this life in silence would be the greatest sin. I am Brother Rhun of Cymru, an ancient hill fort turned monastery sheltered under the northeastern slopes of Dyfed. As a child, I was taken from the nearby market town of Dyfed to my new home under the watchful eye of the church. This was the fate of many children of questionable heritage, where bishops offered a bargain to those caught following the false gods. Surrender their eldest son as an oblate or face a far steeper penalty. We were raised in the cloister from our earliest days, shaped into servants of God long before we could choose another path. But in my youth, the elder monks set us out as listeners, to sit with bards and drovers, to hear the old stories and return them for judgment, so they may be broken down and rebuilt into words more palatable to a Christian tongue. We were told this was holy work. We were shepherds bringing the straying flock back to the light. But I have walked those roads. I have heard the tales, and I know Annwn is real. I have seen the veil and the silhouette of the other realm in bright, glorious lights from the hills of Epint. I cannot repent what I have seen with my own true eyes. Now the church names the people of Annwn false gods, deceivers leading the folk of the western shores astray. They are not. There is one God alone who shows himself in three faces. But the church withholds much, and there are truths in these lands that lie beyond their scripture. And so I choose to write them in secret, hiding this rich tapestry of stories until a safer age.
Turn from the shadows, turn from the lies. The false gods are broken, their stories must die. Heaven, kill on The cross is the truth, the light is the way. The lies of the false gods will lead you astray. Evangel on
I may be damned for this, as the burden of choice damned Arawn, but I cannot turn away. If these words endure, let it be known the stories were true. What I set down, I call the Mabinogion. In Annwn, unseen beyond the veil, time moves to a rhythm not measured by seed and harvest, but by the turning of constellations beyond our reach. It has been widely said that 1 year beneath the stars in the otherworld is but a week beneath the son of Dyfed. Due to this great contrast, their people appear as gods, though I believe they are kin of a different kind. Mortal, as we are, yet their years stretch along centuries of our own. For long ages, Arawn, the ruling king of Annwn, watched over Dyfed with quiet pride, guarding its people from the shadows. Yet the stars had sung to him of change, the second dawn. This was a prophecy calling for a new age when the warring tribes would be united under one crown. That day came with Rhun the Bold. The kingdoms of Dyfed now stood as one, and it was the first light of peace in a land too long torn by blood and oath. Yet as Rhun's banner rose, so too did the first crack spread across the otherworld of Annwn. The once inseparable brothers, King Arawn and Hafgan, held conflicting views of Dyfed and what it would mean for their own world. And so the prophecy moves closer to its hour. The second dawn has come.
Has dropped its fill of blood. The furrows close, the seed is sown. Where strangers stood, the ashes flood. The second dawn becomes our home. Reveal the banner, mark this hour. Our land is born under one true name. Yet peace endures as a fragile flower. A single spark could quench its flame. The veil grows thin, their fires burn, so brief their joy through fleeting years. I guard their path at every turn, yet prophecy weighs my soul with fear. They squander gifts, they crawl, they plead. We rise as one, we heal our scars. The second dawn is what a fool would say. I'll quench this threat, I'll forge their chain. Hold your tongue, resist the flame. Come to drift away. The second dawn rises today. Our golden age is here to
Thrín's unification of Dyfed was a feat unmatched by anyone in Middle Wales. Where once the hall had echoed with war council and mourning, now it thundered with laughter, the clash of tankards, and the stamping of boots. The new king raised his cup high, and the bards struck their strings, calling for tales. The people of Dyfed were long overdue a grand feast, and so they sang, and so they laughed, and, custom for such a celebration, they told the tallest of tales.
Raise your cup, lads and lasses, and sing what you please of battles won and catching the biggest fish in the sea. The time we saw 80 ships with blackened sail. Now pour out your tallest tales in a tankard of ale. I wrestled a bull with my hands tight entwined. It squealed for its mother and it looked just like die. I roasted it whole on a fire made of reeds and fed half the village for 7 full weeks. 7 weeks? You're having a laugh. Aye, and 2 days more in fact. I courted a maiden with hair made of flame. She spurned every man till I whispered her name. She kissed me so fierce that it burned through my vest, and I still bear the scorch on the hair of my chest. Go on, show us then. My wife won't let me. I brewed such a mead it could rouse up the dead. One sip and old Caradoc danced on his head. The druids cried out, by the gods, what a brew. Rhun called for his mam when my drink floored him too. And he still owes me a jug. Raise your cup, lads and lasses, and sing what you please of battles won and catching the biggest fish in the sea. The time we saw 80 ships with blackened sails. Now pour out your tallest tales in a tankard of ale. Raise your cup, lads and lasses, and sing what you please of battles won and catching the biggest fish in the sea. The time we saw 80 ships with blackened sail. Now pour out your tallest tales in a tankard of ale.
Troubled by the words of Hafgan, Arawn pays a visit to the druids on the summit of Carn Ingli to see if the stars would sing of clear guidance during these perilous times. Arawn opens the veil, casting glorious lights across Middle Wales, with what we refer to as the lights of the North Star. Men of the Cross call this the twin miracles of light and sound. They say St. Branach spoke with angels on that mountaintop, but I know it was Arawn who cast that wondrous light. It was no angel's voice, but the song of the stars. A sound too great for mortal ears to comprehend, apart from the grand druids. They serve Annwn and will only translate for its ruler. However, stars will sing in riddles and have been known to deceive. One truth I can be sure of: from that night, the fate of 2 worlds was sealed.
Night draws in, brothers
defy the crown will break where the rivers run, and kin shall fall before the sun.
When blood meets blood, the fires will burn. Arawn, spiraling after learning the Song of the Stars, couldn't help but feel the weight of his pending decision. But he has not built his reputation as the grand strategist by shying away from the most costly of choices. As he is forbidden and unwilling to face Hafgan on the field, for fear of Annwn being destroyed, and knowing if he leaves his brother without action, it will mean the death of Dyfed. Arawn has only one choice: banishment. But he knows deep in his heart that this will not be the final thread of this tale. He must buy himself time for a greater plan to become ripe for harvest. The stars will align, and the seeds have been planted. Time, not an issue that often troubles the people of Annwn.
If the stars won't lie, then I am condemned to a life of sin with no hope of amends. The blood of my blood is the shadow I bear, a fate without mercy or solace or prayer. When blood meets blood, the fire shall rise. The veil will break, the kingdom will die. My brother, my king, of the same beating heart, to cast you aside is to tear me apart. With silence I am damned, with mercy I'll burn. So I seal
If Arawn was the grand strategist, then his daughter Rhiannon was the flame he could never master. No tale I could set down could truly hold her, for she slipped the grasp of kings and kin alike. She was the daughter of the hunt, the whisper of the trees, the storm that scattered every careful plan. Her mother, Queen Gwenllian, despaired at her freedom, for she knew no crown nor vow would ever tame her. Yet it was this very spirit that drew every gaze and unsettled every heart. Rhiannon was never meant to be bound, but in her path lay snares of fate. Those even she could not outrun.
I dance with the horses. The wind chases my hair. The ground will not hold me when I'm lighter than air. They say I'm unbridled, a spirit unclaimed.
We return now to Dyfed, where after long years of peace, a chain of sorrow struck the royal house. Owain ap Cadfael, grandson of Rhun the Bold, was thought to be childless. His queen, Nest ferch Madoc, was past her youth, and more than 20 years of marriage had passed without an heir. Many whispered it was a curse, others swore that the new ruler of Dyfed, that restless border kingdom to the east, had spoken in secret that Dyfed's line would fail before the turning of the moon's great cycle. Then, when hope was all but gone, word came that Nest was with child. The bards spoke of blessings drawn from Annwn, and the healers of Maddfai were whispered to have worked their hidden arts. The joy of Dyfed was without measure. Yet joy so often walks hand in hand with grief. Nest laboured long and hard, and though she brought forth a son, she did not live to see his first breath. The boy was named Pwyll. His father, King Owain, never recovered. He withdrew into silence, refusing counsel or comfort. Grief had bore him down to the grave. Pwyll was but 9 when he was left an orphan, and the burden of rule passed into the hands of his uncle, Mael ap Cadfael, as regent. The boy grew quick of wit and was loved by his people. He was also restless, willful, and hard to guide. He came to manhood carrying both miracle and tragedy. The bright promise of Dyfed, shadowed by sorrow. From beyond the veil, Arawn watched closely, for the stars, though cloaked in riddles, had sung of this boy. A new king of Dyfed, whose fate would bind 2 worlds together. Pwyll, remember the name.
I wear the crown, though it slips on my brow. They tell me to wait, but I want it all now. My uncle scolds, but I laugh.
Of stone, they hold me in my place. I bear a kingdom's weight that I cannot erase. I dream of roads that stretch out far and wide, but duty binds, and from this I cannot hide. One day I will, though bound today, I'll break these chains that hold me at bay. The stars may come out, their fates may bind, but I'll seek the world I've been longing to find. One day I'll see new worlds with my own eyes. Then the boy will fade, and the new king will rise.
Some things never change in Middle Wales. Our roads and lanes are as crooked as an alewife's measure. Yet gossip and a good yarn somehow travel faster than sound itself. And so it was in Dyfed with its battle king. Here Hafgan took hold after his banishment. It has been several generations since last he was seen, and whispers spread as if shattered and split by lightning. On the night of the hidden blades, King Griffith the Wise and his line was slain. He was a ruler of fair measure, remembered for peace before treachery found him. Hafgan claimed the throne uncontested and slowly transformed this kingdom into his own war host across the long years of exile and humiliation. Some say that not a single thread of silver had ever touched his crown. Yet tongues grew quiet in Dyfed, for no man dared to rise against him. Hot-headed and unyielding, Hafgan has not forgotten. By fire and famine, he sets his gaze upon Dyfed. Knowing his brother cannot stand idle, he draws now from darker powers of our worlds, seeking to bring Arawn forth and to destroy him, if the stars permit. For he does not know of the prophecy and the true consequences of his action. And so my own country bears his shadow still, for I am of Dyfed, and though years and vows have carried me far, the stain of Hafgan's hand lies heavy upon our name.
His hand I kneel to my king, but love is weakness dressed as sin. My brother's bond has kept me blind. The time has come to leave it behind. The flock is lost, they drift, they stray. They need a hand to show the way.
How foolish of his heart to let them roam.
I'll bind them in chains and call it home. My new crown is waiting, one forged in the fire. My will shall be law, my word shall rise higher. Their weak whispered prayers will fade like sand when Hafgan rules all with a just and iron hand. They sing of peace, of tender loving vows, but peace is a weak rot and love is cow.
Let dreamers cling to hope and lies.
Ideal in truth, I will not hide. So this love must die, and mercy shall fall.
Hafgan's shadow was rising in Dyfed, and the word of his strength carried swiftly across Dyfed. Arawn knew his brother's hunger would not be sated, so he began to set his pieces in place. Like an experienced player at a tafelboard, he weighed each move with care, knowing one mistake could see his king surrounded and his world undone. Yet the thought troubled him, for no proud father should set his own daughter upon the board. And if Rhiannon saw the game for what it was, the cost might be greater still. Rhiannon's spirit was fierce, and Arawn knew it well. To face her in anger would be folly, so he turned to a more subtle craft. A father's words can be sharp as steel, yet softer than the fleece on a spring lamb when spoken with care. Arawn measured every phase, for he must guard his kingdom and guide his daughter. There is one critical move to play. Rhiannon must believe this next move to be her own.
For king and country I must draw the line. The veil is forbidden, or the fault would be mine. The wolves in the forest, dark shadows that creep. The world of man is no place for a princess to be.
King and country, you speak only for yourself. You guard me like a treasure trapped on a high shelf. If wolves come calling, I'll dance them away. The wider world awaits me, and I will not stay.
For king and country, your path is closed. For king and country, I rule the road. You'll heed my law, for I am your king. The crown cannot bend for the dreams to which you cling. First come the wolves, then the beasts, then the boys. Each man is greater than the last. All a grave peril and loaded with lies. I forbid as a father and your king, so put this in the past.
Father, don't fret. If the wolves eat the beasts, and the beasts chase the boys, if I listen to your wisdom and decree, I shall be safe as they all are destroyed. For king and country, you can't keep me here. For king and country, you have nothing to fear. You have taught me with great wisdom, and I heed what you say. And now it's time to let go, so I may find my own way.
For king and country, I hear what you say. For king and country, I'll let you get your way.
In return, I ask of you just one simple task.
Find the new king of Dyfed.
To me you must send him back.
In Dyfed, the years turned, and Pwyll came at last into his full measure as king. Though the crown was his, it sat heavy upon him, and courtly walls pressed close. Still, in the spring of his youth, with hounds and horsemen at his side, he broke out into the greenwood, seeking several days in the freedom of air and open ground. There, between the branches, a glimmer caught his eye, a light so bright and pure no man had ever pursued. Pwyll vowed he would not stop until he captured this radiant glow. When he drew near, he beheld the most wondrous sight his heart had ever known. Arawn's trap was set.
I see a glimmer cut across the trees, a fleeting flame that dares to tease. Each stride I take, you're further still, but I will capture you here. I go in for the kill.
Sharpens me, teases and drives me on. No snare could hold you, no net could bind, but I will not yield. I must not fall behind.
The field is wide, the pathways are mine. The bramble twists and the stars will align. You hunt with keen eyes that never rest, but what you chase now is your greatest test.
One breath, one step, I'm drawing near.
One turn, one slip, and I disappear. My heart won't stop, it hammers true. The hunter has learned that he is hunted too.
When the chase was run, the snare was closed, for it was not flame or phantom that Pwyll had pursued, but Rhiannon, daughter of Arawn, who had led him to her father's side. And so at last the young king stood before the ruler of Annwn. And I suppose it's fair to say that Arawn underestimated the spirit and confidence of the boy who stood before him.
You fall into Annwn, you scatter my hounds. A stranger who dares on these forbidden grounds. The penalty's hanging, beheading or worse. I'll show mercy on one condition and spare you the curse. You, great king, are impressive expressive, a fine lyrical you wax. But I seek a fair maiden and not the swing of your axe. I've glimpsed from a distance and I caught my breath. Ah, there she is, the girl I'll chase to my death. That is my queen, my wife, not your prize. Have you lost all your wits or your sight in your eyes? She's ruled here for centuries, her beauty still showing. But stars above, boy, I don't like where this is going. Oh, forgive me, my lord, such beauty she holds. Your queen looks 25, not centuries old. But I have no intention of being boiled in hot water. Could it be, great king, that you have a daughter? You must be me for a year and a day. Sit on my throne and walk in my way. Lie with my wife. It's a deal! You impudent whelp, do you mock what I say? Would you throw your life to the wolves for play? Peace, great king, I merely jest. I'll not share your wife's bed, but I'll face the rest. For your daughter's hand I would walk 1,000 miles. 1 year and a day seems a most worthy trial. Not so hasty, young fool, you must first earn her hand by crossing my brother Hafgan, the scourge of this land. A duel to the death where no mercy is found. If you seek Rhiannon's heart, you must strike the last sound. Oh, I see how it stands, then you must grant one request. A night in my own true face to prove I am up to the test. To win her affections before I learn of my feat. Then I'll face Hafgan's blade and I'll never know defeat. The stars play from above, they love to deceive. It is now clear this boy is going to be the death of me.
Arawn laid bare the shadow of Hafgan, his brother, whose hunger grew with each passing year. What began as a feud in Annwn had grown into a far greater threat, for Hafgan's reach crossed the Vale, and his eyes were firmly fixed upon Dyfed. If he conquered the mortal land, the strength of Annwn itself would break. Both worlds would be cast into ruin, so their fates had become one. Yet no word could cross the veil in speech, for the stars themselves forbade it. By prophecy's law, not even his own queen could know, lest the doom be hastened. This silence, I believe, weighed more heavily on Arawn than the crown itself. Now appearing as Griff, a travelling swordmaster for hire, Arawn sought to train Pwyll in the one technique that was frustratingly at odds with the boy's nature: patience. For that was the only way he could have a fighter's chance to strike Hafgan down. A single blow, no more, no less, would decide the fate of the two worlds. With a year and a day remaining, the two kings got to work.
Of my daughter, she's a fire that no man can tame. But the stars have set you another task, a trial to test your steel and to win her name. You won't defeat Hafgan with fury. You will not outmatch him in might. You'll watch, you'll wait, you'll suffer his blows until you get one clear moment to strike. A year and a day in your world we will turn. The patient blade recalls and learns. Stand your ground, let his rage die away. One strike shall decide, and one strike shall stay. In Annwn the seasons are slower, while Dyfed will scarcely take note. Just 1 week in your hall, but here it runs longer. A year cast on a knife edge of a hole. And as for Rhiannon, bold as the sky, she bends for no king, not even for I. If she lets you near her, what can I do? The choice is hers, not for I or you. It has been a year today, our fate still unknown. Patience is your shield until the long night is gone. Hold your fire, let the storm give way, and one strike tomorrow should win the So sharpen your silence, temper your blade. The fate of two worlds hangs on a year and a
The long days of Annwn turned, and in that hidden realm, Pwyll grew closer to Arawn. What fate had denied him in Dyfed, he found here. The bond between father and son. For his own father, broken by grief, had shut himself away long before he'd passed. Stern but patient, Arawn became the guide the boy had never known, and in his shadow, Pwyll grew into a man. He showed courtesy to Queen Gwenllian, ever polite but distant, careful not to strain the kinship they had formed. This was a gesture not lost on Arawn, finding an unexpected warmth and fatherly affection for this boy, who risks much for the hand of his daughter. But this same bond nearly broke Arawn himself. To all eyes save Pwyll's, his appearance as Griff meant no trace of warmth could reach his wife. As the seasons passed, Gwenllian's heart cried out for the man she loved, but he was not the man who lay beside her. She had no answer but sorrow, and no solace but song.
The embers burn, but I feel the heat grow thin. Your smile has truth, but you won't let me in. I see you here with me, but the distance is too wide. I reach for you, but there is something dark you hide. Like a cold hearth, the warmth has slipped away. I call out your name, you do not hear what I say. Maybe the night has a colder place. Your hand in mine, but I can feel it retreat. Your gaze holds mine, but it feels incomplete. Words are spoken, yet they escape in the air. I try to hold them, but they are no longer there. Like a cold heart, the warmth has slipped away. I call out your name, you do not hear what I say. Maybe the night has stolen your true face, or maybe your heart has become a colder place. Love is a deep sleep, I lie half awake, dreaming of a fire no winter could break. Like a cold hearth, the warmth has slipped away. I call out your name, you do not hear what I say. Maybe the night has stolen your true face, or maybe your heart has become a colder place.
Secrets rarely hold forever. Annwn, sharp of sight and restless of spirit, returned from the mortal realm sooner than her father had planned. The question burning in her heart, what game did Arawn play? And who was this Pwyll of Dyfed? What part was she to serve in all of this? The acorn had not fallen far from the oak. It was then that she stood before the young king in her father's guise. What passed between them, I cannot tell for sure, for we do not yet know the full reach of her sight, nor the true cost of what she saw behind the mask.
A word too light, a different beat. The shadows falter beneath your feet. His voice is present, the tone the same, yet your silence between is not true to his name. He shouts like thunder, yet you speak like rain. My father commands, and you seem to strain the tilt of your head, the falter, the frown. King Arawn's crown is slipping down. The mask is clever, the reflection is fine, but cracks will show with the passing of time. Your truth is a falter beneath the disguise. I see its reflection in your restless eyes. He carries his duty like iron and stone, but you, I believe, are new to the throne. You breathe too quickly, your temper too near. Away the man you mimic could never appear. No veil of stars, no spell or art can hide the skip of a stranger's beating heart. The king
For Pwyll, the year was a series of never-ending trials. A burden carried on shoulders not yet grown broad enough to bear. He had worn another man's face, spoken with another's voice, and each day the secret pressed harder upon his chest. The memory of Dyfed tugged at him, the laughter of his companions, the freedom of green hills, the crown that once felt heavy now seemed a distant comfort. And yet, here too he had found something he could not forsake. The stern hand of a father he had never known, and the fleeting light of Rhun, who haunted his every thought. 2 worlds had claimed him. 2 worlds now pulled at his heart. Yet fate sent him on a narrow path, one from which no step could stray. And so he stood, caught between sky and soil, between duty and desire. Torn of 2 worlds, Pwyll is bound to serve both, though neither would set him free.
The ground is still, but I feel it sway, like the tide beneath the stone. The light bleeds through the branches, but none of it feels like home. My name was etched on younger breath, now lost between the calls. I wait beneath 2 crossing skies, where silence builds a haunting wall. If I don't own my name, then who can I be? If the wind won't carry my face, then I can no longer see. I'm torn of 2 worlds, and neither will set me free. I stood on soil that knew my tread, but not the weight I bore inside. The wolves all turned with strangers' eyes and called to me through twisted lies. The sky bends low to test my memory, but fails to return what once was If I don't own my name, then who can I be? If the wind won't carry my face, then I can no longer see.
On the eve of battle, the bargain was lifted, and Pwyll stood in his own likeness once more. For this is the first time Rhiannon truly saw him as he was. Not a shadow in disguise, nor the boy who once chased her and could never close the gap. And she noticed that something in him had changed. That night, the weight of crowns and prophecy slipped away. No steel or burden, only two young hearts beneath the stars, finding each other in the dark, and knowing dawn would come all too soon.
The fire burns low, but your face glows bright. We can steal a day from the endless night.
The shadows linger, I wish they wouldn't stay. The dawn could be ours, though it slowly slips away.
All the time in this world is ours.
If we can hold it here,
A single moment is eternal. When you hold me near, the stars will call to us, and fate will bind.
this night is ours, and we can leave it all behind. Your hand is in mine, and in the silence speaks.
Here, 1,000 years can be lived in just a few weeks.
The future waits us both with a heavy claim.
But I see it all clear
When you call my name,
all the time in this world is ours. If we can hold it here,
a single
No longer content with whispers and waiting, Hafgan rose from his seat in Dyfed. His war host burned its way across Dyfed, villages turned to ash, the fields salted red with blood. He would drive straight for the Vale itself with a lightning pace the world had never seen, leaving Arawn with no place to turn and no time to plan. At his side rode Mabinogion the Black, the only man of our realm that Hafgan trusted. Once he had shared the trust with his brother, but the years had burnt that away. All embers were now extinguished. Hafgan could no longer love Arawn, and he could not risk a single flicker of weakness.
We're past the turn, counting bodies in the dirt, no point of return, taking names in blood-soaked shirts.
Ash and blood, we take the ground, we are the flood.
The signal fractures into a dead ringing sound. We play a game of inches and tear the banner from the ground.
Push them back, push them down. No step lost, hold this ground. They've dug their heels in deep, scattered ants across the hill. We cast long shadows in their sleep, and the next one's lying still. Smash their line, break their pride. Blood on stone, none survive.
Our fate is never to reason, question why the line was drawn by those who watch on high.
Ash and blood, we take the ground, we are the blood.
They build their walls, stone, dirt, and steel between us. You guard the side I never see, and that has always been enough.
Ash and blood, we spill the ground, we are the flood. We're past the turn, as we stumble, stride and slow, we face the dark. Those left behind will never know what passed between us.
Buried alive, deep and true, one small step forward. We can only push
Ash and blood, we take the ground, we are the flood. Ash and blood, we take the ground, we are the flood.
The Vale conceals much, but not all. Queen Gwenllian, troubled by doubt, followed in secret the man she believed was her husband. And there, in the starlight, she saw the impossible. His form broke and shifted, no longer Arawn, but a young stranger in his place. She fled, her heart reeling, for the spell had lifted for that single night, the night where Arawn had turned to the face of Pwyll. When Llian finally understood the coldness that had grown between them, the silence that had gnawed at her soul, this could only be treachery. Why had her king and husband hidden this from her? Why had he not trusted her with the truth? Arawn, already fearing this revelation would unravel all of his plans, vowed that he could not reveal all, even if it broke him. But silence itself had become its own torture. In holding back the truth, he had lost the woman he had loved for centuries.
The embers burn and they scorch with deceit. Your face is a lie, your vows incomplete. You bared your soul to a stranger's ear, but left me blind while the truth was always near. You have a cold heart, your fire's built on shame. You plot in the shadows, but you forgot my name. The night reveals what your silence has betrayed. Now lie in the ashes, lie in the bed you made. A year of shadows, you let me believe your silence was love when you sought to deceive. A stranger you trusted, a wife cast aside. I gave you my heart, but it is buried in lies. You have a cold heart, your fire is built on shame. You plot in the shadows, but you forgot my name. The night reveals what your silence has betrayed. Now lie in the ashes, lie in the bed you made. If love is a deep sleep, then I am now awake to find your promises are hollow and fake. I curse the silence that cut me apart, and I choke on the embers that once were my heart. You have a cold heart, your fire's built on lies. You bled me with silence and darkened the skies. No vow can restore what your deeds erased. You left your queen in this frozen, lonely place.
The two hosts gathered, shadow and flame, on the stony crown of Carn Ingli. Below the veil, the air itself seemed to watch, still and waiting. No horn was blown, no charge was called, for this was not a war of armies, but a duel of brothers, or so Hafgan thought. Arawn's hand had shaped this bargain. One man's trial, a single strike. A prophecy from the stars. And this would bind the fates of Annwn and Dyfed. Hafgan stepped forth, iron dark against the dying night. Opposite him stood Pwyll, wearing Arawn's face but carrying his own beating heart. Neither man spoke. The ground between them was the altar. Steel would give the answer. One life would break, and with it, the balance of two worlds. The veil shivered above them, as if the stars themselves leaned through the colours to see.
Wait it out, let the storm break on me. Stand the ground, take the blows, one opening, that's all. He told me, patience, I feel his voice in my blood. No wild swing, no waste, but her eyes, God's her eyes. Even here, I see them. She waits, she burns, she's mine to every strike weaker than the last.
Steel rang beneath the veil, each strike shattering the air like thunder on stone. Hafgan pressed forward, his blade a storm of iron. But the young king of Dyfed, wearing the face of another, gave no answer but the shield. He turned, he parried, he blocked. Not one cut of his own. Not a single strike of vengeance. Not, at least, until he was ready. At sundown the ground was thick with dust, and Hafgan's fury burned hotter than the sinking sky. "Fight me!" he roared, his voice breaking with rage. "Fight me, brother!" He came with a final charge, wild and reckless, scoring with only glancing blows high and low. It appeared to all like Hafgan would not relent, but with a rare misstep, his sword arm overextended. It trembled and faltered, heavy as lead, and dropped. In that moment, Pwyll struck. One blow. Swift as a falcon's dive, and the usurper fell to the earth. Hafgan's cry was no longer a fury, but a deep, pleading growl. "Finish it, my brother," he whispered, blood in his throat. "One more stroke, end me." But the boy's strength was spent. His hands trembled, his chest heaved, and instead of raising the sword, he let it fall. The blade hit the earth like an iron bell, and Pwyll sank to his knees. Never again, he gasped, the words spilling from his lips. Never another blow as long as I live. Then the ear broke. The mask was gone, and Pwyll of Dyfed knelt fully revealed, pale and wavering. At that same moment, Arawn too stood watching in his true form. No longer the elderly swordmaster, and the truth was now finally blazing across the field. A gasp swept the host, but none louder than Rhiannon. She ran to Pwyll, catching her betrothed as he sagged, his weight too much for his own limbs. The chains are broken, your vow is now complete, she cried out, cradling him. We are free. You and I can ride through the forest for all eternity. But as her words fell, her hands brushed his side. Rhiannon saw to her horror that it came away dark. She tried to convince herself that it was dust or soil, yet in the starlight it gleamed wet and red. One stroke, thought nothing but a glancing blow, had found the inside of his thigh. The cut was deep, and the blood poured fast and hot. His breath shortened, the colour drained from his face, and the light in his eyes flickered. Though the field was won, Rhiannon saw at once that the greater battle was already lost.
Was it worth the price you paid to leave me holding you in the shadows?
There are many conflicting tales about what happened next in Dyfed after the death of their young warrior king. But what we did know is that Mael ap Cadfael, Pwyll's uncle, stepped back in as regent for a kingdom with no bloodline or no heir. We also know that Mael arranged a grand feast in celebration for Pwyll, saviour of Dyfed, and to remember a heroic sacrifice. This would be a feast for the ages, and bards from the entirety of Middle Wales descended upon the great hall in Dyfed.
Sad day and so long to our hero. But what an exit for the boy we all know. Pwyll now races above in the skies, after downing a god whilst dressed in disguise. But there is one truth we all know. As sad as this is, there are worse ways to go. One-eyed Marduk boasted loud and long, no horned beast can do me wrong. I've yoked the ox, I bested the stag. No ram alive could knock me back. They brought him one with iron of head, a formidable beast, the color of burnt bread. It pawed the dirt, it stamped the ground. Marduk stood wavering, but made no sound. The ram lit forward, launched skull to chest. Our hero flew back, the crowd impressed. Marduk's sword beyond the paling wall, and it nose down in the foulest pit of all.
Like an angel with wings wide and lean, one-eyed Marduk flew into the latrine.
Face first, he sank on his snout, for the ram had well and truly knocked him out. So raise your cups and take a mournful sip. There are worse ways to go, like being drowned to death in
But there is one truth we all know. As sad as this is, there are worse ways to go.
When the dust settled after the duel, the stones and skies were still. Hafgan laid fallen, Pwyll broken and cold, and the warriors of both realms stood as shadows, mute and shaken. No cry rose from the people of Dyfed, nor was there a sound from Annwn. Only Rhiannon's voice pierced the silence, her grief carrying through the darkness like a blade. Nobody on that mountaintop would know that from the despair and hopelessness of that moment, there would be a seed of hope. Nobody would know, for several turnings of the moon, that Rhiannon was carrying Pwyll's son, and with him the future of Dyfed's line. Sinking into that night, Arawn had lost a brother and a son, and the crown upon his brow was turned to ash. The stars had promised him peace if he would only do their bidding, but their light had led him here to ruin and despair. With nothing left but sorrow and rage, he turned his face from both worlds. If the stars would sing, let him curse their song. Arawn would decide whether he was to break the veil between two worlds once and for all.
stars once sang, I heed their song. They showed me the path, but it must have been wrong. My brother is lost to the curse that I bore, and the blood of kings lies cold on the floor. If the stars won't lie, then I damn their light. They have blinded me once, stolen my night. A brother once banished, now a brother slain. And I struggle to breathe as I forge my own chains. I gave them peace, I followed their line, but the stars took all that was ever mine. A daughter lone, a wife now betrayed, a kingdom is spared for the price I paid. What use are heavens? What use the skies, where every truth is woven in lies? I curse the stars, I curse their name, I burn their songs, I shatter their chains. Yet the veil endures, but should it remain? Should I tear it down to ease my pain? I'll fade to shadow, I'll walk alone, and Dyfed will stand, though I turn to stone. Remember me not, let my story sleep. I'll be the secret that shadow shall keep. My name a whisper, a fading sign, unknown will be gone, and the stars will still
lie. 18 long years have passed since the death of Pwyll, saviour of Dyfed. And despite his promises at the time, Arawn held back from breaking the veil between the two worlds. Rhiannon's son Pryderi, the water's reflection of his father, now stands to receive his coronation as King of Dyfed, ending his mother's long regency. A parting gift from Arawn to his daughter and grandson was the Song of the Stars, for he could no longer bear to hear their song again. The voice of two worlds now rules, and the dream of Cymru, land of song, persists. Some say it was forged stronger than ever before. I would like to think so. Yet, this is not the end of the Mabinogi, or indeed the fate of Arawn and his kingdom. They both have a key part to play in the stories, now passed from father to son through the towns and villages of Wales. I refer, of course, to Yddrai Goch, the Red Dragon, who becomes guardian of the Vale, and the rise and fall of the last kingdom of Annwn, what you, dear reader, might refer to as Camelot. It is all real, of course, and I hope one day to tell you of such adventures. Alas, I do not have the stamina of the young, for I must rest, and those are stories for another time. But if I reach the end of my days, with all other words lost to time, you will at least know how it all began, and how Wales became the land of song.
Bloodline remains, and Dyfed's heart beats ever strong.
The veil endures as the stars align, two kingdoms bound with their fates entwined. Though Pwyll now walks a road unseen, his line shall lead in a house defined. Annwn, daughter of night, forged by sorrow, crowned by flame, you bear the ever hope of men, and Dyfed kneels to hear his name. Annwn drifts to the shadowed plain, a gift once given now fades from view. Dyfed will rise to stake its claim, and walk the path both brave and true. Land of my fathers, Cymru and myth, a history long, come
sky turns above our heads, I reach for words that will not fall, but the ground holds us still. You were here, now you are gone. Your silence answers nothing.